Hi, it's Lauren from NorthShoreInsider.com, and I am here today with Michael Schenk from RLCA Mortgages, and he's going to talk about really getting a hold on your debt.
All right, bottom line, let's be serious here. Get a budget. I think it's the most important thing. A, B, and C, your priorities, the mortgage, the car, the Starbucks, what's most important to you, and start not spending all your money on things that aren't most important. So get a budget, that's where I would start, and that's going to help you curtail your spending habits, and any big debt you have, i.e. credit cards, start paying down the high interest first. Actually consolidate your cards to a lower interest rate and really concentrate, instead of spending money on the things you don't really need to be spending money on, the Nordstrom's rack sale, whatever it is, spend it on paying down your debt. And that's going to put you in a better position when you go buy a home in the future. You may be able to buy a home now, and I may be able to qualify you, but are you really comfortable buying that home? And I think when you go buy that home, that dream home, that second home, that investment property, whatever it is, you're going to feel better about doing it because you're going to be able to afford the payments. You're going to be able to go out and do things that are fun besides just paying down the mortgage. So get a budget, stop spending, and get real. When I look at a credit report, when you look at debt, ultimately you want to be, if you have a credit card, an installment loan, you want to be at less than 40% of what you owe compared to what the limit is. And when you look at credit, you can have a really high credit score, but you may have too much debt, and so your debt to income ratio is too high, therefore you're not going to qualify for the home. So debt is huge, and you want to have a stat. We live in a world where cash, doesn't mean anything. So somebody who pays all in cash back in the day was great, but now if you don't have established credit, you're not going to qualify for a loan. It's very important when an underwriter, somebody who's approving your loan, looks at the loan, looks at your whole package. Basically, they want to see that you're a good credit risk, and a good credit risk is somebody who's paid something on time, whether it's an auto loan, a mortgage, a credit card, for at least 12 months, 24 months. It says they're a good credit risk. Mortgages tend to be looked at higher than a credit card because it's a higher risk loan, so you're going to get more points for that. So when you eliminate your credit card debt, when you consolidate, you're going to lower your payments, which is going to help you do other things. One thing you want to make sure of is that don't jump into those credit counseling things right away, because sometimes those can negatively affect your credit report for a couple years, and that may set you back when you're looking to buy a home in the near future. Not all debt is bad debt. Like mortgage debt is good debt because you can write off the interest on your taxes, and that's really that separates. Besides building equity in your home, renting, you don't get to build equity, and you're not writing off any interest. So owning a home and having a mortgage, even some people who could pay off their mortgage, I probably wouldn't recommend it because it's nice to have that tax write-off. So that's good debt, is mortgage debt. Bad debt is the credit card debt, installment debt, because you can't write off the interest, and it's revolving, and every time you make a payment, you pay down very little of the principal. So bad debt, credit cards; good debt, mortgages. So when you're putting yourself in this position, a better position to buy a home, know that one of your goals is that I'm going to buy a home and I'm going to have this great write-off on my taxes, which is going to save me money. Really think about the long term, where you want to be 10, 15 years from now, and that comes, when you're doing the budget and you're writing your goals. Think long term where you want to be and how comfortable you want to be. And those shoes look great now, and your neighbor's going to love them, and they're going to say, "Where did you get them?" But 10 years from now, when those shoes are sitting in your closet and you're, living in a box somewhere, it's not; those shoes aren't going to mean anything. So, think long term. Don't just think short term. We live in a world of immediate gratification, and that's got to change. But that's America, and you could be the first one on the North Shore to change that.
There you go.